Hey guys, I'm back. I'm Clara, and today I just wanted to share with you the new Hourglass blush palette. It's very, very pretty. It comes in their kind of standard color. It's sort of like a brassy color. And inside you get 3 different blushes. One is from their permanent line, and then there are actually 2 new limited edition blushes. Sometimes these limited edition colors from Hourglass do kind of come back around as part of the permanent line, but you just never know. And if you've been watching me at all, you know I'm totally a sucker for purple blushes, so that's kind of why I got this palette. Of course, these are all beautiful colors. I have been eyeing this one as well. It's called Incandescent Electra, and if you don't know that much about Hourglass blushes or products, they name them based on the finishing powder that they kind of swirl them with. So Incandescent Electra, the first word is incandescent, so it's swirled with their incandescent finishing powder. So this palette does retail for $62, and it does have 2.55 grams of product in there. Divided over 3 blushes, that brings each of them to just about 0.1 ounces. So not maybe like the greatest value in terms of product. Are we surprised? It's Hourglass, but you do get 2 limited edition colors in here. If you already have Incandescent Electra, and unless it's like your favorite blush from them, then maybe this isn't really a good value to you, but since I didn't have that color and I was already interested, it was a good value to me. So just something to note if you are interested. The colors again are Incandescent Electra, and it's this very beautiful kind of peachy color, which I just love. This one is called Brilliant Nude, and obviously it's kind of a more nudie color. It's a very brown kind of like blush, which honestly I consider more as a bronzer for me, and I do use it as a bronzer, and I'm very happy with that. It does have kind of like a sparkle in it. All of these do. They're very shimmery, as are most of the Hourglass products. And lastly, this purple one is called Euphoric Fusion. Yesterday I did combine this one as sort of my bronzer and this one as my blush, and it was just like the most gorgeous kind of purple color, but not like too overwhelming. It almost has a kind of like bruised look to it, but it's very beautiful. I like the variety in this palette a lot because you can use this one on the days when you just want kind of a nice sort of sun-kissed look, or as I mentioned, as a bronzer. And you can use this one for more like winter time. It's definitely a very beautiful fall and winter color, and this to me is more of a spring and summer color. So this is a palette that you could really use year-round, and I feel be very happy with it. I had heard, because this is an online only product that I got from Sephora, and some people were complaining in the reviews that theirs showed up basically as just finishing powders. Somehow they didn't mix enough of the color into some of the products that were released, which is kind of a quality control issue. I was hesitant to order online because of that. I know anytime I pick up an Hourglass product, I do like to kind of open the package and just sort of take a look in there and make sure that the product is swirled adequately, there's enough color balance, because each one is a very unique product. Sometimes because of that you can end up with something that doesn't have a lot of color in there, so that's just something to be aware of. Of course, you can return it if you get a product like that, but I do wish Hourglass would work a little bit more on their quality control. I'm gonna swatch these all for you, and I am actually going to demo the Brilliant Nude shade sort of as a bronzer. I'm not going to demo the blushes today because I am demoing my new Tom Ford Soleil palette in Warm, which I just want to let you know up front is a very beautiful palette. Of course, it is more expensive than this one. I will swatch the other shades as well. I can assure you they're very beautiful colors. I have worn them. They lasted the whole day. They didn't apply patchy. They didn't apply like too aggressively on the face, if you know what I mean. It was just the right amount of color, and it was very beautiful. They do again have a little bit of like shimmer and sparkle in them, so if you really don't like that, then I would say to skip on this, but overall I find it's still a very natural effect that gives a very healthy glow to your cheeks. It's nice that they include a mirror in here too, just for me to do these demos. I'm sure most of us apply our makeup in front of an actual mirror, but if for some reason you do not have a mirror to apply your makeup, or you're traveling or whatever, I don't feel like this is the best kind of travel palette because it is only blush. As you can see, it is sort of a warmer bronzer if you're going to use it for that, but it's definitely not like too sparkly, it's not too orange. And you can just wear this, especially like in the summertime, to give you that nice kind of sun-kissed glow. It gives a really beautiful kind of golden sheen on my cheeks, which I really like, as well as giving just a hint of color. And as you can see, it gives a really nice kind of golden glow to the cheeks, but it doesn't have like too much shimmer or glitter in it. It's just a very nice, healthy, glowy sheen, and I'm really pleased with it. I'm definitely glad that I picked this up. Overall, I'm actually happier with this palette than I was with the other winter limited edition palette that came out. And I feel that while this one is probably only going to be very noticeable on somebody with lighter skin, it would make a really nice kind of like cheek topper for that golden sheen that I mentioned if you do have deeper skin. But these ones would definitely show up on you even if you are like medium to deep skin tone, especially this one is just so gorgeous. And if you guys remember, the issue with the other kind of Hourglass palette that they launched was that it was really only catered toward light skin tones, and that was very upsetting. The other palette that was released was $80. It did have about 1 more gram of product in it, but just most of the colors wouldn't show up on you if you're a little bit deeper. So let me show you them side by side. So these are the colors side by side. You can see the one in the middle of the top palette is pretty comparable to also the middle row in the bottom palette. This one was a pretty light kind of like pinky nude blush, and then this one was again a light bronzer. So I do feel that the brilliant nude shade in the new blush palette is kind of a little bit unnecessary to me. I would have preferred to get another like new blush color that was really different from the rest of them in their line. But these two on the end are very beautiful, and they aren't really like the ones in this palette. This one is definitely more peach. This is more of a nude blush, and this blush on the end is more of a darker pink blush. But neither one of these really showed up too well on me when I used the palette somehow. These ones definitely give a lot more color payoff. So if you saved your money and resisted the other Hourglass palette that came out, and you love blush like me if you're a blush fanatic, then I would say this one is definitely really great in terms of the variety of shades in here. And of course the quality of the product is absolutely phenomenal. So you are getting a good product for your money. Even though again, Hourglass doesn't really do like value sets. So let's just jump right into the swatches and I'll swatch those for you. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you have found this review helpful, and subscribe if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Have a good day. Bye.